Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Ty Garner here, and happy April Fool's Day. Make sure you remember that as you go throughout your day. You might have some folks to try to play some pranks on you or something, but this morning isn't a prank. It's the real Word of God, and I'm happy to share it with you. You know, as we're journaling through even some of the Old Testament here in Deuteronomy, you know, sometimes you think, oh man, this stuff really isn't applicable today. But as I was reading this, it just was amazing to me how relevant it was to like what God said way back then to Moses that he wrote for, you know, obviously he was telling the people of Israel before they went into the promised land all these different things to do and not do. And it's amazing. It seems like today, you know, like it's so relevant for today. But listen to this in Deuteronomy 28. It says, verse 62 through 65 says, "And because you did not obey the Lord, it will come to pass, just as the Lord delighted over you to prosper you and multiply you, the Lord will also delight over you to make you perish and destroy you. Moreover, the Lord will scatter you among all the peoples from one end of the earth to the other. You will serve other gods, and among those nations you shall find no rest." Wow. I mean, think about it. Like his people, his chosen people, which are Christians, right? People, anyone that has, you know, decided to follow after Christ, I mean, is a chosen person of God. Just like the Israelites were chosen. But think about how scattered across the whole world we are, right? And think about how much unrest we have. You know, I mean, it's like we can't find peace because we're looking for it in the wrong place, just like the Israelites did. You know, God laid out very clearly for us what to do and what not to do. And it's not like, oh, you can't do this, you know. That's not that type of God, you know. That's what Jesus came to be our sacrifice for. But, you know, essentially the Word of God tells us, it's our manual that tells us how to live. And so that's how you find peace. So why is it so hard for us to follow after what he has told us to do? And I give the example of like kids. I mean, and even adults a lot. You know, we can't seem to learn from what somebody else tells us. We have to learn through our own experience. I know I'm terrible about that. You know, I can remember so many times when my dad told me, you know, hey, this isn't going to work, or don't do this, or that. But I didn't take his advice. But then after I tried it or did it and realized it, I'm like, oh, okay, my dad was right. You know, and I see that sometimes with my son. You know, our kids don't seem to think we know anything. You know, and so that's how I think we are with God sometimes. We are his kids, we are his children, but like we think, oh, well, God doesn't know anything. But then, you know, we're like, oh, gosh, yeah, he did tell me this in his word. You know, why did I just listen to him? And if I would have had the blessings instead of having, you know, to have no rest. You know, so just, you know, the only way to do it is to be in the Word every day. And I mean, obviously I don't do it every single day. I miss some, but you know, be in the Word consistently and just soaking it up. I mean, he's going to show you, he's going to tell you, he's going to teach you through his Word how to live. And if you live, he wants to prosper you, he wants to bless you. And I hope that helps you today. I challenge you to get in his Word and stay consistent with it. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.